Hello, my name is Obi Ostinwando. I'm a HR professional, and as you all know, this is a channel we discuss all things professional. On the last video, we started talking about retention as a key ingredient of a talent strategy design. Today, we will delve deeper into the join, stay, and leave whys. I would say that this whys was given rise basically because organizations have been forced to come up with like different ways to feel or assess the pulse stroke thoughts of employees, which is important to ensure retention. The why join, why stay, and why leave assessments are carried out in different stages of an employee's life cycle with an organization and can clearly be designed into a talent strategy by building specific timelines for ensuring it, designing specific formats for ensuring it, and ways for reporting findings. So let us start with why employees join. The attractiveness of the position is usually what entices employees to join an organization. Attractiveness could be the compensation, it could be the benefits, it could be the location, the type of work style, and so on. However, it differs from one employee to the other. And one thing I've come to notice is that most times it is solely based on the stage of life that employee is at that time. We'll all agree that recruiting candidates is only half the problem, while retaining these employees is another very major half. Understanding what your employees are looking for in the job while simultaneously making sure that your expectations are correct are both extremely important factors to address in the hiring process. So, hiring high performing employees are more likely to be retained when they are given realistic job previews. Organizations that attempt to oversell the position or company as an employer of choice are only contributing to their own detriment when employees experience a discord stroke disconnect between the position, the organization, and what they are initially told. To assess and or maintain retention, employees must mitigate employers must mitigate any immediate conflict of misunderstanding to prolong employees' longevity with the organization. Transparency is key, and this is transparency in every aspect of the business or its processes, including the hiring, the pay, benefits, promotions, learning, growth, you name it. New hire surveys or meetings can actually help to identify the breakdowns in trust that occur early on when employees decide that the job was not necessarily what they had envisioned. So, at the point of hire, it is important that intentional questions are asked on what drives that particular candidate, what their expectations are as regards growth, and so on. And this can be embedded into the employee's management throughout his life cycle. Note that the direct manager or supervisor plays a very integral role in this, as this report or feedback must be shared with the hiring manager. Now, why employees stay? Understanding why employees stay with an organization is equally as important as understanding why employees choose to leave. Recent studies have suggested that as employees participate in their professional or community life, they actually develop like a network of connections and relationships. So the more involved that these employees are in an organization, the more likely they are to stay. Additionally, the extent to which employees experience fit between themselves at their job, the lesser chance they will search elsewhere. So, organizations can actually ascertain why employees stay by conducting, say, stay interviews with top performers. These stay interviews can be held at specific time in the employee's work life cycle and a process designed around it. A stay survey stroke interview can actually help to take the pulse of an organization's current work environment and its impact on their high performing employees. Employers that are concerned with utilizing, overutilizing the survey, they can actually utilize an ongoing dialogue with the employees and ask them critical questions pertaining to why they stay and what their goals are. Now, let's look at why employees leave. By understanding the reasons behind why employees leave organizations can better cater to their existing workforce and influence these decisions in the future. Most times, low satisfaction is usually what initiates the withdrawal process. If administered correctly, exit interviews can provide a great resource to why employees leave. We all know that exit interviews are not, as effective as typically as ascertain. Employees give responses based on their fear of jeopardizing any potential future reference. The most common reasons for why employees leave usually include pay, better hours, and better opportunities. These typical answers for leaving often signal a much deeper issue that employers should investigate further into. So, by asking relevant questions and perhaps utilizing a neutral third party provider to conduct this interview, employers can actually obtain more accurate and quantifiable data. I know that some employers ask why a candidate wants to work for their company in most cases when they're about to join. But in most cases, these candidates will ascribe their intention to work there on the culture. The truth is, you are hardly able to determine a company's culture from the outside. So, questions at the point of hire should actually be intended or focused on understanding the employee better. At the why stay point, questions should be focused on understanding what has changed in the employee's thought process since they joined and what is not aligning between the employer and the employee and the organization. The goal here is to try to connect the misalignment where possible and possibly build on the alignments that are working properly. The why leave point should be focused on getting tangible feedback to aid the other employees who are still within the organization. So building this process is actually integral to retention. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not hesitate to log onto our channel on YouTube and to subscribe to more videos. Have a lovely day, and like I said in my previous video, so we're trying to make these videos as short and as seamless as possible. I hope we're actually succeeding. Thank you.